Our clients ask us a lot of questions. One of the common questions I get is, why am I still having pain?
I think the big thing is when someone feels pain, no matter how big or small it is, it's not really the pain that's bothering them, it's what the pain implies to them. So most people think that, oh, if I can squat more or I can do this more, that's fine, but if the pain still persists, that means something still must be wrong. The premise should never have been to make the pain go away. The premise should always have been make sure the pain no longer stops them. The clinical guidelines for chronic pain is not to reduce, is to reduce how the pain affects the person. And inherently what that means is, one, we've been marketed to that you can always become pain-free no matter what situation you're in. There's always something, because someone's selling a foam roller, a medicine, a surgery, or something that promises to remove pain. It should never have been promised that any of those things can remove pain completely. It was just so that it can improve it enough so that the person can do what they want to do. And so the first issue is the expectation that people are going to become pain-free. A lot of times people start focusing on it more and more. And then they realize that, oh, I got to go see someone because this should be pain-free by now. And because it's not, that means I have to do something more invasive. And that invasiveness carries greater downside risk. When all we had to do was just not set that expectation. That someone never had a pain, an injury, or a problem. Were they not experiencing pain their whole life? Is it not a normal part of the human experience?
Right.
It's just a signal that tells us that something needs to change. But as soon as people start promising pain-free, then implied in that, we can expect that. And so we have to reframe what the expectations are first.
Yeah. No, it sounds like a really important thing not to set the expectation. At the same time, people might come in with the expectation based on their previous experience or maybe other clinicians that they've been to for whatever reason. So let's say the expectation exists, even though it's not something that we've explicitly set.
So I don't just tell people it's going to be okay if it's not going to be okay. I take the necessary steps to make sure that it's okay. So I'll ask about it, and then I'll compare. Let's say someone has pain with walking, but they don't have pain with like running. Then I go, well, you're not going to break. And they're like, well, how do you know? It hurts when I'm walking. Walking's easier than running. It's like, well, yeah, well, that means it's getting worse. I'm like, no, well, there's a lot more force and stress on the body. And so it's just the context of what's going on, right? So I just break it down. I just start to ask questions about it. What I just try to do is I listen for what are they assuming when they are worried about the pain. And usually they think it means that it's getting worse. Someone missed something. I'm not understanding something. Or I just not letting them know what the process of getting better involves, points of finding the pain, learning about it, and then trying to show that it isn't going to become something worse. I had an evaluation with a new patient last week. He was bouldering, he was climbing, he fell. When he fell, he held on to the hold while he was falling, and his shoulder got pulled out of its socket.
Yikes.
He went to go see a doctor, found there was a fracture, a slight fracture in his shoulder. And I said, well, what hurts? He's like, well, everything. I said, everything? He's like, oh. And then I said, even your arm? He's like, no, I can do this. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, so what exercises have you tried? So I haven't tried anything because I'm afraid.
Right.
And so he just revealed to me that he doesn't actually know what is safe and what's unsafe. He just assumes that it hurts with this, it's going to hurt with that.
Right.
So he doesn't know what's safe. And so I just show him things that are safe and show him that he can handle more than what he thought he could. And he goes, oh yeah, we're working out now and I feel fine.
Right.
Like, great, this is what we'll start with.
Right.
And then when we push it up, you might find the edge. But I'm not going to do it in a way that's like any risk to you. You might feel it, but if it goes away in a few days, it's okay. If you got stronger the next week because you can do more and you felt a little bit the pain left, then that's a good trade-off.
It sounds like through gathering context, you're able to provide cognitive reassurance.
To me, the physical part is easy. Like the physical part is not that hard. Problem is most people won't understand what you're trying to do until you guys talk about it. And then they won't stick with it long enough to get what they expect out of it. And so it's just about talking to the point where we understand each other.
Yeah.
And so if we listen to what they're really trying to say, you're going to do these things in a hard way because it's going to create resilience. If you can do this, then I know you can do this. It's not that I'm trying to make you run faster, jump higher.
Right.
But I know if you can handle this much impact here, I know you can play this sport. Someone else I work with, along with him for a year, he hated exercise. And then now, like, we do stuff that makes his whoop age go down. He loves that. He notices he has more energy. He loves that. He lost his tennis tournament, which is what he hired me for, but he doesn't even care. All along, he intended tennis and exercise to serve his health in the first place. And I knew that because I just kept asking him questions. Do you want to become a tennis star? No. I just want to win this tournament. Why? Is it your ego? No, like, I'm good with this. But, like, it gets me to practice. I have structure. I get out of breath.
Yeah.
It clears my mind. Cool. So this
fun.
is, yeah, it's fun. So this was never about winning the tennis tournament. It's like, yeah, I still want to win. I'm like, but that's not the most important thing.
Right.
Is that the highest thing on your priority list? He said, no. All right, then we're good.
Right.
I said, yeah, we're good.
Great example.
If you ask enough questions, people will tell you what they really want.
I want to circle back real quick. This client who thinks she had hip pain and they weren't making progress in the ways that they had initially hoped. Her spirits were so lifted when she PR'd her bench press. Something that was completely unrelated to why she came in.
Yep.
But she was getting better at something. And at that moment, it was exactly what she needed. And really, I think, set the trajectory moving forward. Like, she had a lot more motivation and engagement in her programming from what I saw.
It was never about the hip pain. It was always about being active, being healthy, being in the gym, and doing stuff that was going to make her better. And just because that wasn't getting better doesn't mean she couldn't get better at other things.
Yeah.
If we know this is going to get better, but it's going to take a long time, sometimes it's better to just focus on what you can do. Most of physical therapy is about what you can't do. And most of what we do here is just showing people what they can do. That opens the door to move forward.